Hi all, this is Stitching to Connect Annie. It is my 30th, no, I think it's my 31st floss tube, and it's good to see you. It's been a couple weeks, almost a couple weeks. This is my finish. I'm so proud of it. It is a Lindy Stitches, and it was part of the saltwater pack that she collaborated with Blue Flower on. Last year, I believe it was one of the uh, March market releases from 2021. So they didn't actually have an in-person market in 2021 like they did this last month. But it was part of that. And then when I went to StitchCon in June, I picked up that pattern and that chart. And I love how it turned out. It's so fun. Obviously, I have to fully finish it. I think it's going to go to one of my retreats with me this summer, in-person retreat. I'm going to StitchCon in June, Weekend B, and Black Needle Society Camp in August in Missouri. So it'll probably, whoever gets this will enjoy it, hopefully. I enjoyed stitching it. So I'm not sure which one it's going to, but I have to fully finish it. I'll probably do it as a flat fold. I haven't tried my hand at that, but it looks like it's a super good way to do a small. So I'm very excited about that. That also completed my March Madness, March WIP, whatever, parade, whatever it was called, in the Black Needle Society book. So I finished that. So that was a big one. Very excited about that. If you want to find out why I've been delayed in my frequency, I'll share a little bit of that at the end of the video. But it's a beautiful day here in Highlands Ranch in Colorado, and I hope you're enjoying your day. Let's just jump into things. I have some notes, and for the most part, I stitched on that, and then I stitched on my Mirabilia. She's coming along. I get all excited because Land of Good Enough, Pam, Stitching in the Land of Good Enough, or the Land of Good Enough, I can't remember her floss tube name. Anyway, she has a once a month, last Thursday of the month, I believe, Zoom stitch along. And so I try to stitch on her, and it's Fancy Ladies, Mirabilia, or Norcorbit, or Lavender and Lace, or anything that has fancy people in it. Can be gentlemen also, could be the mermaids, all of it. And I'm working on her, and the last time I stitched on her, she was like maybe that much. None of the black was stitched. Part of this was stitched. So it's coming along. And I get excited, so I stitch her on her like a few days before, and then once I get going on her, I don't want to put her down. But I put her down. This is March 30th today, I believe. So I put her down, and then I had a health deal it's been a week now, so I'll talk about that at the end if you're interested. So anyway, that's the most stitching that I got done. But I have to say, for March, I was pretty happy with myself because I touched 8 things. 8 things. And for me, that's a pretty high number of things. I showed my last video, I showed everything, and then plus I finished this one and her. And then I did start a new, I'm going to show you a picture of it. When I finished my small, I was excited, and so I rewarded myself with a new start. And I have been watching, I'm a big Outlander fan. And so the new season has started, and I've been watching that. And then I kind of had to, since it's been a while, I had to catch up on the last season, and then I've restarted watching them. And I think we're into the 6th or 7th season. I'm not sure what the new season is. But I thoroughly enjoy it. It's a great escape. Beautiful. Sorry, I have to text my husband. If I pause this, it'll stop, and then I apologize. I should have, but when I pause it, it stops, and then I can't get it to start again. It doesn't just pause, it stops, and so I have to restart it, and I don't know how to do that. Still technically challenged. Anyway, show you a photo of it. So it has all the sayings of Outlander on it. I got it on Etsy. I don't remember the name of the person I got it, but I got it on Etsy. It's a PDF. Says, "Sing me a song, DA for Da," because that's what they call for Dad. La Dame Blanche, which is when she was in France and she wore that fabulous red gown. If you know anything about Outlander, there's the cross, the burning cross, and then I got this much done. So they say Dinafash, or Dinafash, which is in the very middle, surrounded by lovely flowers, and that is their term, Scottish term for don't worry. So I've started that. I pulled it out in a 16 count 49 fabrics, and I think it's going to be lovely. So I'm very excited about that, and I will probably make that a focus piece, or one that I really want to stitch on for the month of April as I continue watching Outlander. So that's one of my fun things that I'm doing. So here's the last picture where I was. I'm sorry for I'm sitting in front of blinds. That's where I was, and now. That's where I was. This is where I am now. So you can see how much I did since 10 days ago. So that's all the stitching I've done per se. So the rest of it is, we're going to talk about, basically is, looking at my notes, don't have a lot. I thought I put on some notes. Maybe it's on my next page. Ah, yes, okay. Finished my Lindy Small. Then I have a bag here of goodies that I want to talk about. I know everybody has seen it and loves it. Wow. going to be a short video. Not as prepared as I thought I was. So the next focus piece I want to stitch on is Alice. She is, there's the white rabbit, basically. So I did all of this in my March Madness stitching. And her picture, I finally remembered to take pictures of these so I could show you what they look like when they're done. Oh, wow, that's really blown out. Sorry. There we go. That's much better. She's amazing. So I've done Alice and I've done the rose. Sorry. I've done Alice and I've done the rose. Part of the white rabbit. And if you want to see her finished and on a wall, Michelle Bendy has done her, and she's on her wall over here, I believe. Now, she had her husband redoes her wall background, and she's right back here. And she's she put her in a round frame that she got at a thrift store, and I think I will try and find something very similar to that because I love the look of the round frame on her. So she is fun and lovely and will be part of my April stitching also. So I kind of reignited some of the loves I had of my stitching. The other one I want to get to is Modern Folk Embroidery, the River, and I have done, I do need to catch up on this. I've done that much of it. I really like that. I haven't stitched on this probably since maybe the end of January, beginning of February. Yeah, I don't think I stitched on it since I went to Steel City Stitchers. And I want to get that going again. One of the floss tubers figured out if you do 185 stitches a week on it, you can have it done by the end of the year. And I have fallen way behind. So I want to catch up on that in April. So I think April's going to be a catch-up month. Maybe a new start here and there. But maybe try to finish my birthday bird I showed you previously for, yeah, I have her here. Birthday bird for another small. So she's coming along. I got that much done on her during March. This is her neck, her throat, rather. That's her breasts and everything. That's her tail, and then there's a lovely flower here. And she's a birthday bird that, again, Lindy Stitch gave us. And so I may stitch on that. I'll probably put that in my 2-stitch pile. Those are the ones I really want to focus on in April. Very pleased and excited about getting that started. I thought I had some other things that I wanted to show you, and I don't see them. I may work again on my Betty White piece. I haven't done any more, so I'm not going to show you that one. So I ordered 2 new things. One I just ordered, I'm very excited about, and I can't remember the name of it. I should have written it down and put it in my ordered what I ordered, but I didn't. And it is I don't even know how to pronounce it. Plotsky. I I'd have to look it up. Look it up on my phone real quick because it's in my... I'm kind of wandering today. You're just going to have to put up with me. Mail. Here it is. Velki Pataki lap stand or desktop stand. I believe they're Czechoslovakian. I'm hoping that the war doesn't keep things from happening as far as their postage, etc. But it's handmade, and so you order it, and then here it is. I know you've seen them. This one, I ordered it in a gray, and I'm very excited to get it. I decided I needed that for the retreats I'm going on. Just having it, I've only gone to 2, but I had my Q-snap either in my hand or propped on a pillow leaning against the table, and it just wasn't very conducive for stitching, chatting, because I'm a two-handed stitcher. I stitch mostly that way, but it's so much easier on my arthritis, and it just works so much better for me. So I ordered that. I just put it in, and I was thinking, I didn't know how that was going to come. Oh, wow. I just got a text from my sister. I'm very excited. My sister is supposed to come next week I gotta quit distracting myself with my phone. I'm sorry. My sister's supposed to come for a week next Monday, and I'm very excited. And there was a chance she wasn't going to get to come, and now it's looking like maybe she is, so big smile. That will be so fun. I may even convince her to sit by me during a very short, this is my sister video, because I talk a lot about her. She lives in California, and we have developed quite a bond over the last 15 years, I would say. She's 8 years younger than I am, and growing up, unfortunately, I wasn't a very good big sister. But once we got to be adults, then we lived far apart, having kids and all of that. And then as we have grown together, and I try to go out and see her at least once a year, and she hasn't been here since, I believe, December of 2018. So it's been a long time. So I'm very excited she comes. She's also a stitcher. She's the one who got me back into cross stitching with our Hades. So anyway, I hope she gets to come. I'm very, very excited, and we'll see. She has a commitment maybe to have to be with her daughter and grandchildren, which comes totally first. I have no problem with that at all. So I lost all track of what I was talking about. Oh, I ordered that stand. So I'm very excited. It looks like it will be, my cat is nosing around here. Don't knock anything over. Yeah. So I ordered that stand. I'm very excited because that will be a big help for me at the retreats I'm going to. Plus, I think it'll work well for me at home. Also, I have a Lowry stand. It's downstairs, so when I stitch downstairs, which I haven't stitched a lot downstairs this winter because it's so cold, and upstairs heat rises, so it's nice because we can, if it gets too warm, I can open a window, crack a window. I have beautiful views, and so I've been stitching upstairs a lot through the late fall, winter months, and I'm excited to get back downstairs again. But the Lowry stand is downstairs, and so I kind of prop everything when I'm upstairs and don't have a really good place to stitch and be comfortable. So I'm very, very excited about that. I'm kind of in at the end of my bed, and oops, I thought I had that all pulled down, but I didn't. Because it's a little better lighting. It's a lot better lighting actually to film with. So I ordered that, and then I think I have a picture of it. That will, and so I don't know when that will come. They make them, so I got another email that said it's in production. It will be in order of production, and then they don't charge you until it's done and ready to ship, and then they email you and you pay. And as soon as they get your payment, then they ship it. So I'm hoping that it'll be here in time for the June retreat. We'll see. You know, almost 1st of April. We'll see. It was kind of a ways out when COVID was so heavy, and now with everything happening in Europe, I don't know. But I took the plunge and did that, and I know that'll be a great help and a great tool for what I need to do in the future. So excited about that. And then the other thing I bought, which like I said will come soon, and I'll show it to you when I get here, is I'm not a big scissors person per se. I don't have a scissors collection. I did buy a pair of Ginger embroidery scissors at the Steel City Stitchers retreat. They're about that big, and they're wonderful, and I recommend Ginger scissors to anybody, because as I've said in my previous videos, I have a pair of 8-inch dressmaker scissors that I've had for 35 years maybe. They're amazing. I mean, no one touches them but me and my fabric. On, you know, unless they want to die, but I keep them, you know, I keep the cover on them. They're amazing, and I've had them forever. And I jumped when I saw those Ginger embroidery scissors, because I thought, why shouldn't I have those? They're great. So I bought those. So I have those, and I have another couple pair just little scissors, and I have those little plastic tiny scissors that you take like on an airplane with you and things like that. But I don't have a scissor collection per se, but I opened to, was it Etsy? I don't remember who I ordered them from. I'll give you all that info when I get them. And there were these stork scissors that are like, they say they're copper. They look like rose gold, which I'm a big fan of rose gold. I think it's a fun color of jewelry to use to wear. And I saw them, and they weren't outrageous, and so I ordered those. So I did order those, and yeah, I've made some tentative plans in design. I've started collecting ideas and thoughts about what I might want to do for a design. I want to start out small and then kind of grow from there. I like fandom designs, such as the Outlander design I showed you, where they have the motifs and the wording and things like that. And I think that might be a good way for me to start and see what happens. And like I said, it will all be for myself, just like this is for myself basically. And whoever wants to come along for the ride can come along for the ride. And I started a Gumroad account because I'd talked to and texted and reached out to several designers that I admire and asked what is a good way to start. And they said this is a pretty easy, user-friendly, I guess I would use the words, way to begin a design process that you want to kind of test the waters, see if anybody likes it, or, and just kind of dip your toe in. So I definitely did that. So I'm excited about that. So with my sister coming next week, I may have to go down and start cleaning. I haven't even put my Christmas things away, people. So I need to do that. I need to start cleaning, and I need to start kind of straightening up, because I've had 2 or 3 friends here, but nothing of import, and visit long time. My sister will be here from Monday to Friday. So I'm very excited about that. And if she can't, she can't, and I won't cry too much. I really won't. I understand. Like I said, children and grandchildren come first. Um, so that will be fun. And I may, drag her on just for just a smidge, or get a photo of her and put her face on here at least. That'll be fun. She's also an amazing, pardon me, an amazing quilter. She hand appliques quilts. She machine stitches quilts. She got me into quilting, which I kind of put by the wayside during the winter because all my sewing is downstairs. And I'll get back into that more in the spring. But also my hands kind of have limited me a little bit on sewing and quilting. So that kind of sucks. But yeah, so that'll be really exciting. So I'll go on and on about her, but so this kind of comes to the end, and if you're not interested in more of my life, then I'll say goodbye for now and see you next time. But if you are, I just wanted to share a little bit of my struggles last week. I think I've shared before, I have diverticulosis, which is normally, a lot of people have diverticulosis. It's just a part of your intestinal colon areas that develop pockets, and then there's us. I think maybe it's 10% of people that have that get infections, and I'm one of them. And 10 years ago, I had 12 inches removed from my colon. It was wonderful. It stopped all my pain. It stopped all my infections. It was great. But that was 10 years ago. And now I'm starting to have, they're called flares, flare-ups, where it's a lot of discomfort and other gross things I won't talk about. But I had one, and you usually have to go on antibiotics for it. Some people have to be hospitalized. I've never had to be hospitalized. I've always gone on antibiotics, and it's cleared it up. But those pockets get infected. And so I had a really bad attack. I call them attacks. Some call them flare-ups. They feel like attacks to me. Had a really bad attack a week ago yesterday. And got through it. Decided I would try, and I can usually monitor things well enough to know if I really need to go on antibiotics, because antibiotics make me feel really crappy too afterwards. So my last really bad one was in July last year. I had written it down, so I remembered, and I did go on antibiotics for that. But I thought, I'm going to try and see if I can clear this up. What clearing up means: nothing to eat other than clear liquids for like 2 days, and then very soft things like I ate bananas and rice and applesauce and a little bit of toast and crackers, and that for 2 more days. Then I dipped my toe gradually into things that no spices, no heavy duty anything. And then you also have to do a lot of fiber and, all that nonsense. It takes about a week to get over. Today is the first day I felt like a normal person. So I did a little bit of stitching, but not a lot. First day or two, as my mother-in-law would say, one of her favorite sayings was, I feel like I've been drug through a knothole backwards. That's the way I felt. So kind of flat on my back, just watching TV, not doing a lot, not doing some walking, but not a lot, but just recovering. And very tender, hard to sleep, because if I roll over on that side, it's very painful. And so anyway, all that to say, I survived. I'm better. I really don't want to go down the route of surgery if I don't have to again, because I'm getting older. It's been 10 years ago. I was 60 years old when I had my surgery. So, but I have, talked to my doctor. I kept up with my doctor, and we'll just follow it and see what happens. But if you have any questions or any information to share about that disease, because it is a disease, I'd be happy to help. I'd be happy to listen. I'd be happy to reach out to you. It is a kind of a scary disease. It can get very scary. And like I told my husband after it was all said and done and I was breathing normally again, I said, it makes me want to not ever eat anything again, ever. That's how crappy I feel. So, and of course you can't do that and live a normal life. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. It's been a half hour and a little bit of life, a little bit of excitement with my sister coming. Got to get back with her when I get off this call. A little bit of plans, a little bit of accomplishment. It's been a good time with you. I always enjoy sitting down and chatting with you. I still get a little nervous that I'm going to do something stupid, but it's been quite a while now. I'm into my 30s videos now, and so it gets easier as time goes by. But I do hope that this connects with you in some way. If you want to reach out, please like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, and I'd be happy to respond. And let's just keep stitching to connect. Bye. This is Annie.